सो हेलो एंड वेलकम बैक एवरीबॉडी फुटबॉल पे विवाद पे एंड चैंपियंस लीग की ठंडी रातें वापस आ चुकी है। मैच वीक 4 क्रेजी क्रेजी गेम भाई, क्रेजी गेम्स, क्रेजी वीक एंड वी हैव टू गेस्ट हियर। वन इज मिस्टर केडन द गोट भाई, वेलकम बैक केडन।
Hello, hello, hello.
एंड अनदर वन, द गाय ऑफ टॉटनहम। एक्चुअली हमारे पास गेस्ट मिल नहीं रहे थे हमको, एंड टू बी रियली ऑनेस्ट चैंपियंस लीग के वीडियो में एक टॉटनहम फैन को लाना तो नहीं चाहिए, बट देन वी थॉट कि अरे ले आते हैं भाई। सो वेलकम अथर्व।
हाय 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 थैंक यू फॉर हैविंग मी हियर। बहुत ही ऑनर है यहाँ पे जो भी 70 या 20-30 लोगों के बीच में मैं बोलूंगा जो भी ये वीडियो देखेंगे। और हाँ, यस, मैं टॉटनम फैन हूँ। डील
तो
विद
है
इट।
यार, बट चैंपियंस लीग में नहीं है यार टॉटनहम।
कोई नहीं,
Exactly.
आ जाएंगे अगले साल। नहीं आए तो क्या प्रॉब्लम है।
चलो फिर देख देख, जोक्स असाइड, क्रेजी वीक भाई, क्रेजी वीक। हम रिजल्ट्स थोड़ा बहुत देख लेते हैं एंड देन विल जंप इनटू एवरी गेम। The week started with Real Madrid losing to Milan 3-1 की स्कोर लाइन। आई एम वेरी हैप्पी भाई, आई एम वेरी हैप्पी। Juventus did a draw with with a score line of 1-1. Liverpool 4-0 की win over Leverkusen. Barca again भाई, Barca flick की Barca with a score line of 5-2. And Caden की City lost. It's great news भाई, great day of football. City is losing finally. And lot of games to talk about. I think we'll start with the City wala game. Firstly, I'll ask a neutral fan here, Atharva Shandilya. Atharva, what did you make of the game, City versus Sporting भाई?
वेल, केडन ने बहुत बार पहले बोल भी रखा है इस चैनल पे भी और इस चैनल के बाहर भी कि इंजरीज हो गई हैं, और बहुत प्रॉब्लम्स हो रही हैं। यस, आई एग्री विद हिम, इंजरीज बहुत सारी हुई हैं। बट अगर लाइक इफ वी गो बैक टू 2020 एंड 2021 सीजन, आई थिंक हम सबको याद है कि जो एलिसन बेकर ने हेडर मारा था कॉर्नर से, दैट सीजन, इफ ऑल ऑफ अस रिमेंबर, लिवरपूल हैड सिमिलर इश्यूज। And I remember almost every single person that was a Man City fan saying कि injuries हैं तो क्या हो गया, ये बड़ा क्लब है and it should retain its greatness very well. Um, yes, Pep does not have 15 to 16 players that can play their 100% or that can play at the highest level. But that doesn't mean that he does not have 7, 8 players that can change the game very well. Pep plays with the system, but the problem was, I believe, कि whenever City have a setback, they take it too much towards themselves, as in they start blaming themselves and they start blaming things that shouldn't exactly be blamed. I'm not saying कि City is a bad club. It's a great club, obviously. 4 Premier Leagues साथ में, and Pep Guardiola, best manager in the world. बट कल का जो मैच था, आई थिंक परसों जो हुआ था 4-1, दैट रियली वेंट ऑन टू शो दैट सिटी इज वल्नरेबल, and if exploited properly, you can defeat them 4-1, even if you're Sporting, even if you're Bournemouth, or even if you're Tottenham. So, right.
Yeah, भाई तीनों ही टीम्स ने हराया, देख तीनों ही टीम्स ने, टॉटनहम ने हराया, सो kudos to अथर्व, सेलिब्रेट योर स्मॉल विन अगेंस्ट सिटी, ऑब्वियसली
Yeah.
स्मॉल बट अ डिजर्विंग डिजर्विंग विन। बट देख, बिफोर मूविंग टू केडन उसका व्यू लेने के पहले, आई वुड लाइक टू आस्क अथर्व एक और चीज कि व्हाट डिड यू मेक ऑफ रूबन अमोरिम, बिकॉज देख ही इज मूविंग टू यूनाइटेड वेरी सून, प्रीमियर लीग ही इज कमिंग, दिस वाज अ टेस्ट फॉर हिम, अगेन दिस वाज अ टेस्ट फॉर हिम एंड he proved, देख he proved. What did you make of him भाई?
So for Ruben Amorim, I've not exactly followed him the entire season, but I have followed one of his players, Gyökeres. If you know him, he's a striker. He's been scoring goals for fun. He has been the Haaland. Yeah, that's a nice celebration. He has been the Haaland, of this season. What Haaland was in back in 2019 and 20. That's what Gyökeres is. And Ruben Amorim, I think that this Sporting win over Man City goes on to show, if he has the right team, if he has a system where he can implement his own ideas, I think he is able to defeat teams like Man City without any doubt. But the problem is he's going to Man City. Number one, they do not have any structure right now. Number
Man
United,
two,
United. Man United.
United.
United. Number two, very important, उसका जो belief है मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड का, वो बहुत डिपेंड होता है. Like, does he want to rebuild the team? Does he want to take over from Ten Hag? क्योंकि the way Ruben Amorim has been playing Sporting this year, I do not think that will fit in Manchester United very easily. उसको रीबिल्डिंग लगेगा एंड वो उसको बहुत टाइम लगेगा बिकॉज ही यूजेस विंग बैक्स. दैट इज अ वेरी मिडफील्ड सेंट्रिक वे ही प्लेज एंड उसका बहुत टैक्टिक्स मेरे को अच्छा लगता है फ्रॉम अ स्टैंड पॉइंट ऑफ अ न्यूट्रल पर्सन. आई रियली लव हिज टैक्टिक्स. ही इज एबल टू ऑफेंसिवली create chances and defensively secure himself. But again, he is going to Manchester United, so I cannot take that away from him. But that 4-1 victory does go on to show what his tactics can do against the best club in the world. So
Yeah, I would like to add on to that. देख मतलब he's a great manager. Even Eric Ten Hag जब आया था, he was उसने तो बहुत कुछ उखाड़ लिया था भाई ऑलरेडी. एरिक टेन हाग जब वो आया, दैट आयक्स के साथ वो रन था. बट द सेम थिंग जो तू बोल रहा है कि या द स्ट्रक्चर इज बेसिकली द थिंग जो कि करेंटली विल बी अ बिट ऑफ वरी फॉर रूबन अमोरिम. ऑल्सो मैं एक और चीज पॉइंट आउट करूंगा. दिस इज नॉट अ यूनाइटेड वीडियो, बट आई स्टिल लाइक टू पॉइंट इट आउट कि देख जब एरिक टेन हाग ने जो जब टेक ओवर किया था राइट यूनाइटेड में, दिस स्क्वाड करेंटली इज बेटर देन दैट स्क्वाड. जो स्क्वाड है द प्लेयर्स राइट. सो आई थिंक इट विल बी comparatively a bit easier for Ruben Amorim to come
Mhm.
and by उखाड़ना right. So I think yeah, neutral point of view ले लिया हमने अथर्व से. And now I'll be moving to Caden Santis, City का fan. And before moving I'd like to do this भाई. Great celebration भाई. Great celebration.
Definitely,
The
definitely.
real guy. So yeah, Caden, what did you make of the game as a City fan?
Firstly, kudos to Sporting. Kudos to Gyökeres. Great game. Okay. And yeah, definitely Amorim showed what he can do. But the thing is, he has a different team. He has a different setup. As Atharva rightly said, he'll have a different set of challenges here. And plus, he was playing the second team of Man City, which also has to be accredited because in the Premier League, Pep doesn't play. Pep doesn't play Matheus Nunes, left wing. He doesn't play Savinho midfield. Okay, just to be clear. And again, I'll keep defending City till the end. So from a neutral, see, from a neutral this perspective, I'll say this कि a good game overall. We have mistakes. Last video में भी बोला था कि it's a tough phase, a rough phase for City basically, and we will go past it. I feel Pep will manage his way out of it at the end of the day. So let's look past this win because to be honest, even if they come in the round of 16, I don't think that they will be anywhere close to winning against us. I feel because by that time we will, find that connection which we aren't getting that, easily right now. So I feel that by that time, by the round of 16 or by the time we qualify, we will, get that link, we'll get that connection, and we'll start clicking, which we aren't right now. So yeah, and yeah,
By
you
the way,
can add up. Ayush now.
केडन देख 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 I'd like to ask you one more question. मतलब एक मतलब मैं मैच देख रहा था. आई वेंट ऑन टू वॉच द पोस्ट मैच एज वेल राइट, जो इंटरव्यूज होते हैं. तो बर्नार्डो सिल्वा बोलता है कि भाई वी आर करेंटली इन अ डार्क प्लेस नाउ. सो इज इट ट्रू
Correct.
दैट सिटी इज इन अ डार्क प्लेस नाउ? इज इट?
Yes, definitely, definitely. It's too early to
एंड
say, but still the three losses which we had, ठीक है, बहुत बड़े क्लब से भी नहीं है. I mean, we lost to Tottenham. What can we expect? So it's not from very big clubs. Nee, jokes aside, we had losses, okay, but it's too early to say that we are in a proper dark place. Still, it's expected, like we expected to win at the end of the day. City hai, jeetega, everyone knows. But now that we are losing, everyone has started to speculate that they are going down, downfall chalu ho gaya. So it's a concern at the end of the day. And all City has to do is correct that concern. उन लोगों को वो that space they have to fill, that gap which is there now. So yeah, it is a dark place for now at least.
Well, obviously, obviously it is a dark phase. Currently, you don't have the best player in the world, Rodri, with you. You don't have KDB, and it is a concern, obviously. But we know Pep, by he'll get things done. Now,
He'll get there.
moving on to one more interesting game, Arsenal versus by Inter Milan. Crazy game, and I could not cover the game पूरा क्योंकि बारसा का गेम देखना था मुझे. And I've heard कि देख Atharva has covered the game पूरा. He was watching in the night, right? You were watching, right?
Yes, yes, I was.
Atharva, I'll leave it up to you. How would you how would you go on to say भाई कैसा गेम था?
So the international game was, to say the least, a very unique one. Um, I mean, this was probably one of the first times I saw कि if all of us have been watching football, or at least have been watching Arsenal for this season, we've noticed they've gone a lot more defensive. पहले वो बहुत ही offensive खेलते थे, कुछ ज्यादा ही offensive खेलते थे. Now they started to set back, पीछे आ जाते हैं सारे. Bukayo Saka has been making tackles and interceptions that I never believed he could. So yes, Arsenal is going through a tactical shift right now, but that does not go on to show what they did yesterday. Because Inter Milan, yes, they won the Serie A last year. You know, they have amazing players: Çalhanoğlu, Lautaro Martinez, Denzel Dumfries has been playing there. Stefan De Vrij, who is so old, still kicking about at Milan. But I feel yesterday's match really went on to show the different mentalities of the different countries. Because Inter Milan went absolutely berserk in the first 25 minutes. They were playing so offensive. I honestly thought the game could be 2-0 by the 20th minute. That is just how much offensively Inter were pushing at the start. But then, obviously they had to go back to all of their tactics, both the teams. Inter, obviously, being an Italian team, focuses a lot more on the defensive side of things. And Arsenal, obviously being from the Premier League, focus on a lot more offensive style of play. Um, Mistakes were made a lot, quite a lot. I also saw the Aston Villa match where the 1-0 happened. Mike Merino's handball, it was really weird seeing two handballs in one day, especially the Tyrone Mings one. That was crazy, to say the least. And so, yeah, to to speak about the match, I think Inter deservedly so won the match. Because Arsenal did not do anything extraordinary that makes me say, "Oh no, Arsenal should have won the match." But uh, I- Inter really played their cards well. I mean, kudos to Simeone Inzaghi. He has ensured that his team plays really well. And Çalhanoğlu, amazing player, took the penalty, scored it very well right before the end of first half. And I feel like scoring goals right before the end of the first half really puts you in a very weird situation, because the whole time you're like, oh no, I need to score, I need to score. And at the last kick of the half, you're like, it's only the last kick of the half. I might as well just start thinking about the dressing room now. And scoring then and there really puts you in a vulnerable spot, which Arsenal were in. And if we also saw the Real Madrid Milan match, we saw that even after going 3-0, 3-1, they were defensively so compact, and they were sitting back. They were parking the bus, quite literally, to say the least. And this is what Inter did, or at least similar to what Inter did. Arsenal were not able to penetrate that Inter defense, and Inter being a team that has a lot more veteran players than younger ones. Arsenal, Arsenal's oldest player on the pitch was, I think, Thomas Partey. He is 32 right now, and Inter's average squad probably was like 27 years old. So uh, when you play your cards very well, when you know what your tactics are, when you know what the other team's tactics are, I think you're able to really, really pull the game in your favor. And Inter were playing passes diagonally. I don't think I've said it to you guys, but I said it a lot more times to my other friends that teams outside of England play a lot more diagonally, wherein they'll make a pass from the right back to the left winger situation, whereas teams in England play a lot more centrally. And I've noticed this in the Champions League quite a lot. Arsenal have not been able to figure out what to do of that diagonal passes or what to do of that uh, offensive line that could, or offensive vertical line that could shift at any minute. Man City, who's obviously won the Champions League in the past, have been able to crack that code and they have been able to obviously do well in those situations. But Arsenal has a lot of work to do. And yeah, yesterday's match was really entertaining, but it was kind of boring between the 70 to 80 minutes. So yeah.
So yeah, what I made of the game is that मैंने highlights देखा and I've been watching. Okay, okay. Kaden here wants to speak. Kaden, come in.
Yes. And to add up that even after scoring, Inter quite kept their calm. I feel like the defense was very strong. Arsenal was creating chances. They have created a proper amount of chances, I feel. It's not like they weren't, able to scrape the midfield at all. They were literally reaching the box, but they couldn't score. So kudos to the defense, I feel. And Sommer, of course, you can't, disregard Sommer. So yeah, I think the defense in that matter was very strong yesterday. Continue.
True. But look, एक point जो तुम दोनों miss कर रहे हो. I think that I might be wrong, but both of you guys are missing कि देख Arsenal are lacking a proper number 9 भाई. If you see they don't have Odegaard at the moment. They are not able to play centrally. Okay, Atharva here wants to speak again भाई. Atharva, go on.
नहीं, वो लोग फॉल्स 9 खेल रहे हैं पूरा सीजन. उनके पास पूरा सीजन ही नंबर 9 नहीं है. वो फॉल्स काय हावर्ट्स खेल रहे हैं. काय हावर्ट्स कल रात को भी खेला.
लुक देख मैं मान रहा हूँ बट दे स्टिल नीड अ प्रॉपर नंबर 9 भाई. तू देख मतलब जो लास्ट गेम था राइट, दे आर नॉट गोइंग सेंट्रली अभी सिंस दे डोंट हैव ओडेगार्ड राइट. सेंट्रली वो नहीं गए लास्ट गेम में. यू विल एग्री विथ मी एज वेल. आई होप यू एग्री भाई. आई होप यू एग्री. एंड आई पर्सनली थिंक कि देख एक नंबर 9 की जरूरत है. हु इज अ प्रॉपर दैट नंबर 9 जो, बिकॉज देयर आर ऑप्शंस भाई. ओसिमन था उनके पास ऑप्शन. दे कुड हैव गॉन फॉर समबडी एल्स एज वेल. But look, they did not. Arteta a bit overconfident, a bit on the egoistic side of like मैं यही खेलूंगा, मैं यही खेलूंगा, I'll play this, I'll win. But he's not doing anything. I personally think that. So yeah, a boring game, as both of you added, boring game, but a message that by nobody is invincible in this league. Anything can happen. And talking about invincibles, there was a team called Real Madrid. Was called because they were known as the Invincibles. बट जब से उनको पीटा है बार्सिलोना ने एल क्लासिको में भाई, दे हैव बीन डिफरेंट. दे हैव लॉस्ट 3 of their games, right? 3 or 2, I don't remember. 3 games, right? And last night they lost to Milan. Not the last night, the first game day. They lost to Milan with a scoreline of 3-1. And with the likes of Kylian Mbappe, with the likes of Vinicius Junior, Bellingham, bhai.
Best attack.
So, yeah, the best attack. Europe, fear us. Fear us, Europe. So, Kaden, what did you make of the game? I'll start with you this time.
Uh, I'll say a crazy result first of all. Okay, I didn't follow the game personally. Okay, I was too busy watching the City game. But it was a crazy game, a crazy result. I didn't expect Real Madrid to lose. And yeah, I have nothing much to add because I didn't follow the game quite that much. So I think you will have much to say on this from a
I,
neutral perspective. Okay,
yeah, I'm a neutral guy here. You can see, right? I'm a neutral guy here.
very neutral.
Look. Before I speak, अथर्व मैं तुझे ला रहा हूँ. You speak about it, भाई. थोड़ा कुछ बोल because we need that.
मेरे को एक ही चीज बोलनी है. मैं जब भी मिलान को देख रहा हूँ इस चैंपियंस लीग में, मेरे टंग पे एक ही नाम आ रहा है और वो नाम मेरे टंग पे तब आया था जब ये 2021 में चेल्सी जीता था और सेमीफाइनल्स में रियल मैड्रिड के अगेंस्ट मैच हुआ था. क्रिस्टियन पुलिसिक, he has been playing so well this season. He has been the driving force for AC Milan. मैंने देखा नहीं है ऑब्वियसली सेरिया बहुत टाइम में, बट from the Champions League itself and from the stats, मैं personally कह सकता हूँ, I think Christian Pulisic is a very, very, very amazing player. You know, he is not someone to be feared of, but the fact that he is not feared of really puts him in a very leveraged position. And Madrid ka best attack is not a best attack. I mean, you're nothing if you aren't able to use Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo, and Mbappe अच्छे से. But I mean, we've seen this in the past. Ki Mbappe has a very good front three, but he has not been able to win anything with that. You know, the Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe situation. But I mean, it was shocking क्योंकि it was in the Bernabeu and the new Bernabeu as well. You know, जब भी एक wide angle shot लिया जाता था, I could see the score line from the above, and it said 3-1-3 instead of 3-1. I was just it delighted me to a point because Real Madrid fans have been um, so cocky in terms of we have the best
15,
attack this season.
15
No one can
UCLs,
beat us. Huh?
15 UCLs as well. 15 UCL, bhai.
15 UCLs. Yeah. I mean, I'm not taking that away from them. I mean, I think the blame, some of it at least, should go to Carlo Ancelotti because he does have all of these players at their best and at their peak. I mean, अगर तेरे पास मेसी, नेमार और सुआरेज है और तू उनके साथ एक सीजन में 10 गोल ही मार पा रहा है तो क्या फायदा है? तो फिर तेरे टैक्टिक्स में ही थोड़ा कुछ प्रॉब्लम है ना? I mean, so हाँ, that is what I take away from the game.
But look, I think that ये मेसी, नेमार और सुआरेज वाली सिचुएशन बिल्कुल नहीं है भाई. Because these guys have all of them are Ballon d'Or contender. देख तू जो भी बोल, Mbappe he is not performing at its peak currently, but he is a Ballon d'Or competitor. Bellingham भाई उसका English PR is different भाई, different PR. Vinicius Junior obviously he'll try 10x more now. He'll try, अरे I'll come back stronger, ये वो. So what I think is that इन तीनों के वजह से जो बैलेंस होना चाहिए ना रियल मैड्रिड में वो नहीं हो रहा है. बिकॉज लास्ट सीजन तू देख, रोड्रिगो वाज द गाय जो कि उनको बैलेंस आउट कर रहा था. बिकॉज विनीशियस एंड एम्बापे, दीज गाइज विल नेवर कम बैक टू डिफेंड. दे विल नेवर कम बैक भाई. एंड यू आर पुटिंग बेलिंगम इन दैट एरिया, वो फॉल्स नाइन वाला एरिया. लास्ट मैच में वही किया उसने. एंड लेफ्ट हैंड साइड लेआउट को रोकने के लिए ही हैड वास्केज एंड वाल्वर्डे देयर. सो उससे क्या हो रहा था, आई पर्सनली थिंक वो बैलेंस नहीं बैठ रहा था. एंड वो मिडफील्ड जो था ना वो बहुत खाली था, पूरा खाली पड़ा था. एंड मिलान डोमिनेटेड फ्रॉम दैट साइड. एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, Ancelotti should manage the club in a better way, not giving chances to the likes of Arda Güler and Endrick. Maybe by उनको खिला दो, right? If something is not clicking, maybe they are the answer. Maybe they are the answer, right? So I think वही है कि everybody has that ego and maybe that उस dressing room में कुछ तो चल रहा है भाई. Something is really going on. You can't deny कि there is something in that dressing room currently. तो देख ये मेरा व्यू था रियल मैड्रिड और मिलान वाले गेम का. एंड ओवरऑल एज वेल मैड्रिड में क्या गलत चल रहा है, आई पर्सनली फील ये चल रहा है. ऑब्वियसली आई एम अ बार्सिलोना फैन, बट आई वुड लाइक, राइट, मैं चाहूंगा कि मैड्रिड does the great things and the Madrid fans troll me, because it's great when they troll us and we stay underrated, right? So वो हो नहीं रहा अभी. We are no more underrated. So it's a bit on the sad side as well. Since we are not underrated, Barca defeated some club by Serbian club, tha, right? 5-2. I don't even remember the name. What was the name, bhai? What was the name? Bhai, what was the name? Crvena Zvezda. Crvena Zvezda.
Crevena Zvezda.
So yeah, Barca won 5-2. Anybody of you watched the game? किसी ने देखा?
I
None
think
of you.
चेक टीम नहीं है, सर्बियन नहीं है.
सर्बियन ही है, सर्बियन टीम है.
सर्बियन है?
सर्बियन सर्बियन टीम है. I did my homework right, bhai. I did my
नाम
homework
ही
right.
उनका.
So I think we should move on इस वाले टॉपिक से, राइट? बारसा वाले से we have not watched. and अब बारसा जब जीत जाएगी चैंपियंस लीग, विल टॉक, तब बात करेंगे फिर. तब बात करते
Exactly.
हैं.
Exactly.
एनी आई थिंक लिवरपूल
मतलब
वाले गेम पे. हाँ बोल बोल, केडन बोल.
नहीं नहीं कभी नहीं बेसिकली वो पूछ रहा था.
मतलब हम
नहीं नहीं
जीत
अरे
जाए चैंपियंस लीग.
हाँ वही बोल रहा था लाइक फॉर इट टू क्लिक अभी भी टाइम है. थोड़ा फ्लिक को क्लिक करने में टाइम है आई फील, ठीक है,
It's
क्योंकि
flicky
ऐसे
flaka.
y'all haven't won every game in the UCL, so even y'all are somewhere in the puddle. तुम लोग भी y'all are going through the same phase, but I'm happy that y'all got this win from an unknown club, ठीक है, which no
Thank
one
you.
even watched the game. Yeah, no one even watched the game.
I
So no
watched the
one
game,
even
bhai. I watched the game. I watched it.
because you're a Barca fan, वरना ऐसे कोई गेम देखा भी नहीं रहेगा. It's like that.
नहीं नहीं, मेरे साथ जितने मेरे बारसा के भाई बहन थे, they watched the game around the world. So there were people who watched the game. Unlike the City fans, जो चार City fans है.
चार सिटी फैन, वो चार सिटी फैन को सोना रहता है, काम भी है ना हम लोगों
अच्छा भाई,
को.
let's not fight. Let's not fight भाई. Let's not fight. देख, moving on to Liverpool versus Leverkusen का game. Leverkusen a one season wonder? Question mark भाई. Hidden add on to that. क्या Leverkusen one season wonder थी?
Too early to say. I feel अभी भी है time. It's it's still वो phase है कि like you get that big hit, वो success मिल जाता है, and then you are in that pressure to perform. I think they are under that pressure I feel. So it's too early to say I feel. अभी even that pressure will come to Gyökeres क्योंकि अभी उस पे वो limelight है. He has been in that spotlight now. So अभी it'll be on him कि how does he perform. And अभी वो speculations आ रहे कि Amorim will get him to United and all. हाँ, so talking about Leverkusen जैसे मैं बोल रहा था कि they are in that limelight अभी. They have a very good squad I feel. ठीक है, so they should be performing. अभी पता नहीं क्या चल रहा है, you know. And like talking about the match as well, मैच में ज्यादा कुछ हुआ भी नहीं except for them winning. So like it's a tough it's a tough phase I feel. So I think they'll get past it hopefully.
Hopefully भाई, hopefully. Atharo, would you like to add something to that भाई? Liverpool वाला game.
थोड़ा सा है. So I think Leverkusen का जो last season था, I think it was a lot more about other teams not doing good or other teams not doing their best. I mean, Germany में I'm not saying that there is no क्या कहते हैं, no competition, क्योंकि Bayern Munich has been winning for the last 11 years and Dortmund reached the finals. But if we're speaking truthfully, Dortmund has never been good in the league, and Bayern themselves were going through a transition with Harry Kane. And I'm not taking anything away from Leverkusen; they were amazing. But it's almost as if Leverkusen, who were doing their 100, won against teams that were doing the 90%, and the only match that they lost was in the Europa League finals. I mean, if that does not speak something to you, I mean, I don't know what does. I mean, one season wonder is a big thing. Because this 4-0 loss, it might have been a lot more. Uh, Leverkusen were giving their 80%, whereas Liverpool were giving their 120%. Because Liverpool has been absolutely amazing this season. I mean, I don't want to jinx it for anyone or any Liverpool fans out there, but I do believe Arne Slot could take them to all of the leagues. Premier League में भी वो top पे हैं अभी. Man City slip up हो रहा है, and Champions League में they're the only unbeaten team right now. Liverpool actually has been playing very well. क्योंकि and I think this is down to the change in managers. Usually जब नए managers आते हैं, what they try to do is they try to rebuild the club and revolutionize the club. What Arne Slot did, it's basically like Jurgen Klopp took a baton from the who was Brendan Rodgers. He snatched the baton away from him and he passed it on to Arne Slot. Because Arne Slot did not make any signings that changed the starting 11 of the club. The only small change I saw in the club or in the tactics was they have been playing a lot more closely and a lot more closer. कि वो एक दूसरे को सामने आके पास दे रहे हैं instead of a long ball play, which you know goated ही था क्योंकि Virgil van Dijk sending a ball to Mohamed Salah is the best thing you can have. But
Yeah.
now Dominic Szoboszlai and McAllister and Gravenberch have been at the center of things instead of the fullbacks and the centre backs. So I feel Liverpool have been doing very, very well this season, and this is why I think 4-0 happened, and this is why I don't think you can call Leverkusen a one season wonder. क्योंकि वन सीजन वंडर वो तभी होते अगर वो अभी करंटली हर एक मैच हार रहे होते। आई मीन वी बीन कॉलिंग मोहम्मद साला वन सीजन वंडर फॉर द लास्ट 6 years। उसने 32
Yeah.
गोल स्कोर किए अपने पहले वाले में, एंड एज सुन एज ही स्कोर्ड 20 अगेन, व्हिच वाज लाइक द थर्ड और द सेकंड हाईएस्ट इन द लीग एट दैट टाइम, लोगों ने कहना चालू कर दिया कि अरे नहीं, ही इज ओनली अ वन सीजन वंडर। You
Hmm.
can't call someone a one season ये Arshavinda, he could have been called a one season wonder क्योंकि after his one season he did not do anything. He quite literally did not do anything. उसने कुछ ही नहीं किया, उसने गोल स्कोर ही नहीं किए। That is a one season wonder कि you're at the top and then you're at the bottom. But if you're at the top and then you know come somewhere where you are supposed to be, you can't call yourself a one season wonder. So you can
They
call
are
that a one amazing season.
Yeah, Caden,
add up,
Caden.
can add up. Okay, they are performing. It's not like they aren't. They are performing. एक match slip up हुआ, and that too against Liverpool. Liverpool is at their topmost form, I feel. So you can't, let them go off this win. Because Liverpool has been playing very well in the Premier League. Just sitting on top at both places, even Champions League they are on top, Premier League they are on top. So you can't disregard that loss. Ki, how can you lose? Because it's an acceptable loss. Again, I feel ki Leverkusen has been doing good in the Bundesliga as well.
They're
ठीक है?
fourth currently. Yeah.
They are
Yeah,
placed
that's
fourth.
cool.
Yes, they are placed fourth, above Dortmund as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, ठीक है. It's not that big of a result कि you should ponder upon. It's an acceptable result, I feel.
True. देख, yeah, obviously अगर मुझसे भी तू पूछेगा तो they are not a one season wonder obviously, but it has been a talk of the town भाई कि are they a one season wonder and all those things. So it was my duty to ask you guys as well as a host. And
True.
also when you talk about Liverpool, that I personally think Liverpool जो खेल रही है, people are not talking enough भाई. People are
Hmm.
talking a lot about Flick का Barca and all those things, but you have to congratulate and give all the credits to Slot what he has been doing in Liverpool, because वो जो silent killer होता है ना, look, Flick आ रहा है, वो ये कर रहा है, pressing, ये वो Barca man, they're attacking, they're doing everything, they're scoring 5 goals, 6 goals, 7 goals, but what Slot is doing in Liverpool is वो जो मीठी छुरी होती है ना, they're killing very silently भाई. 2-0 जीत रहे हैं, 3-0 जीत रहे हैं, बड़े प्यार से मारते हैं, ऐसे ऐसे पकड़ते हैं, ऐसे करके मारते हैं. So they've been doing pretty good, I guess, and people need to talk about it. Why people need to talk about it? I don't know why they are not currently Liverpool Premier League में भी top 10. They are doing so great in Champions League as well. So yeah, credits to Slot and credits to the whole Liverpool team. Still a long season to go. Hopefully they end up in a good place, or hopefully they win the Premier League. I hope they win the Premier League ताकि वो सिटी का डोमिनेंस खत्म हो है. Because look, as a
True.
football fan, we do want to watch a competitive league, right? So if Liverpool is
Definitely.
competing, is if Liverpool is doing those things, it's great. Bhai. It's great for football. Enough of Liverpool, I guess. Enough of Liverpool and Leverkusen. Moving on, we had few more games that I guess we won't be talking that much in deep क्योंकि already 34 minute हो गए भाई. We have been talking
Hmm.
for so long now. पता ही नहीं चला. So there was one game of PSG and Atletico जो कि last night हुआ. Atletico won with a scoreline of 2-1 in Paris. So any one of you would like to add something to that?
Kaden?
अथर्व
Would you,
अच्छा,
Jaden?
मैं
अथर्व
बोलूं वापस?
हाँ
हे
Any
भगवान!
one
I'll
of
add up.
you?
अच्छा हाँ हाँ I'll
नहीं,
add up.
एक ही चीज मैंने देखी, मैंने उसी में क्या कहते हैं, हाइलाइट्स भी नहीं, मैंने तो फाब्रिजियो के पोस्ट में ही देखी। जो गोल स्कोर था 1-2, ऑब्वियसली पेरिस हार गई। मेरे को एक चीज देख के बहुत बड़ा शॉक हुआ कि द लास्ट गोल और द विनिंग गोल फॉर एटलेटिको केम इन द थर्ड मिनट ऑफ द एक्स्ट्रा टाइम। So I mean, I don't know what to take away from that क्योंकि since Mbappe left and Messi left and Neymar left, Sergio Ramos भी चले गया, जितनी भी साइनिंग्स करनी थी उसमें आई थिंक नहीं, जीनी वाइनाल्डम भी चले गए, वो भी अभी आई थिंक गालातासराय में खेल रहा है।
Verratti भी गया.
इतनी हाँ, Verratti भी गया, but Donnarumma is probably the only person from PSG that we can speak about. But I mean, if he's conceding a goal in the last minute of the game, then कैसे ही बोल सकते हैं वो भी कोरिया के against Korea as a midfielder, and so I can only assume it's either like from a corner या फिर it's a cheeky tap in or something. So
मे बी मे
uh, नहीं है क्या अच्छा गोल था
नो आइडिया भाई। देख डोनारुमा का तो क्या
मुझे भी
है,
नहीं
ही
आइडिया
देयर आर टू पार्ट्स ऑफ डोनारुमा। एक वो इटली के लिए फाड़ता है एंड देन पीएसजी में आके हक देता है, सो ही
ट्रू ट्रू
बैलेंसेस
ट्रू
इट, ही बैलेंसेस
जो
इट।
भी है यार it's 1-2 not a shocking score line क्योंकि PSG obviously since there is no star player there वो तब से vulnerable हो गए हैं I mean are they first in the league right now I think
नो आई गेस, नो
लीग
दे
या
आर
फिर
नॉट। लेट मी चेक दैट।
लियोन चल रहा होगा
मैं सुन रहा था ब्रेस्ट आर टॉप आई गेस।
Yep.
नो,
Yeah, I don't
दे आर
know
टॉप ऑफ द टेबल भाई, दे आर टॉप ऑफ द टेबल, पीएसजी
कितने
आर।
कितने पॉइंट्स है
6
6
पॉइंट्स का
points.
गैप है, 6 पॉइंट्स
चार
का।
Six.
पॉइंट्स का इतना अर्ली 4 पॉइंट्स तो फिर अच्छा ही कर रहे होंगे
दे आर
उधर
डूइंग गुड।
अच्छा है
Some
that's really nice to
या
know but
with 8 wins and draws.
या केडन, वुड यू लाइक टू ऐड समथिंग भाई?
नहीं अथर्व, would you like to continue? मैं कट ऑफ
अच्छा
किया
हाँ,
सॉरी बट
अच्छा हाँ,
हाँ
अथर्व,
हाँ यू
अथर्व आ
कंप्लीट.
कुछ बोलना
हाँ
है तो बोल
नहीं
भाई।
ये नहीं बस इतना ही था कि आई मीन दे मस्ट बी डूइंग गुड इन द ये फ्रेंच लीग बट द रियल टेस्टामेंट व्हिच इज द चैंपियंस लीग दे लूजिंग देयर आई मीन आई थिंक वो अभी वो मिड टेबल में है राइट देयर इन द 8 to 24
नहीं
के बीच में है वो अभी भी
भाई, दे आर आई गेस नॉट इन द वो नॉकआउट वाला वो
नहीं वो
स्पॉट।
24 के नीचे तो नहीं है आई श्योरली रिमेम्बर दैट देयर इन द ये 8 to 24 वाला लिस्ट wherein they have to play a game before going to
दे
the round
आर
of 16
दे आर 25th एज
they're
पीएसवी भाई।
25th
पीएसवी ये देख 24th है पीएसवी।
ish so PSG really need to get their gears going away from the PSG and Atleti game
सो या
Yes.
मिस्टर केडन भाई, केडन वुड यू लाइक टू ऐड समथिंग?
Yes, so just to add up, I feel the game was pretty one-sided, like first it was PSG scoring. PSG scored first, and then it was all a defensive game from Atletico. Atletico started attacking, and then, yeah, of course, as you saw, Molina scored and Korea scored. Okay, Korea scored was in the third minute in extra time, as Atharva mentioned. So, yeah, it was a pretty one-sided game, I feel. And PSG has to, get their things straight because their main players have left. They have to start clicking now. They are doing well in the French league, but as Atharva said, they have to start, showing their A game in the Champions League as well. So that's what I, covered of the match.
So yeah, overall a good week to be honest भाई। अच्छा हफ्ता था for football and especially
Agreed.
for the City haters, to be more precise, for the Madrid haters as well, because they've enjoyed it a lot and even I have enjoyed a lot. So a great week of football. And before ending, anything you would like to add भाई? You guys would like to end because we'll be ending now. If you would want to add something भाई.
मैंने तो इतना बोल
So
दिया मेरे को नहीं लगता कुछ है मेरे पास बोलने के लिए अभी
yep. So I think we'll end now. Thank you very much, Caden the Goat, for joining. अथर्व शांडिल्य, थैंक यू एज वेल। होपफुली आपकी टीम भी बहुत जल्द यूसीएल में आए, एंड ऑल्सो होपिंग दैट यू जॉइन अस फॉर मोर वीडियोस इन द कमिंग
यस
फ्यूचर। सो थैंक यू वेरी मच। लाइक द वीडियो, subscribe to our channel. We are very close to 150. Get us there. Share with your friends, and that's it. Ciao, bye. Ciao.
Ciao.